A Vort from the Rebbe on this week's Parshas Yisro. The main theme of Parshas Yisro is Matan Torah. Hashem gave us the Torah. The name of the Seder is Yisro. The question is, why would the name be Yisro if the main theme of the Parsha is Matan Torah? Even though we know the Parshas that the name of the Parsha, the name of a Seder, is because of one of the first words that the Seder starts with. But the Rebbe always explains that that's the superficial reason. But the truth is that a name of something has to describe what the thing is. So for sure, every name of every Seder, since it's a name al pi Torah, describes and has to do with what the Seder is about. So Yisro must be that the name Yisro has to do with the Teichen of the Seder, which is Matan Torah. And the question is, how does Yisro represent the Teichen of Parshas Yisro, which is Matan Torah? So the Rebbe explains, it says in Zohar, that only after Yisro came, and he said, Godel Hashem mikol Elokim, Hashem is greater than all gods, which means he believed in Hashem and denied all other gods. Only after he came and said that, that's when it was possible to give the Torah. Hashem was only able to give the Torah after this happened with Yisro. And the Zohar says why? Because Yisro is called Sitra Achra, the EU Sitra, the smaller. Sitra Achra means it represents Klippas Yisro. Before he is Megayer, he was Eved Avodah Zarah, he worshipped Avodah Zarah, he worshipped all the Avodah Zarahs in the world. So he really represents Klippe, which is the opposite of the Tzad HaKdusha, the Tzad HaKdusha, that's called the Sitra Achra. And therefore, only when the Sitra Achra also recognized the greatness of Hashem, that's when Hashem gave the Torah. And that's what it says in Zohar. That's why only after Yisro came, David was able to give the Torah. After the Sitra Achra also was made that Hashem is the only God. And the Rebbe says, this is the reason why the Parsha of Matan Torah is called Yisro, because the way for a Yid to receive the Torah is like Yisro, which means like this. Just like by Matan Torah, only way that the Torah was able to be given, the Yidden were able to receive the Torah only after Yisro also was made in Hashem. So to every Yid, we know that Yisro will represent in every Yid. Yisro, before he was Megai, represents the Klippe. Every Yid has in himself, besides the holy Neshama, also has the Gashmias of it, the Chumriyas, the Grobkeit, the materialistic part of him. So what it says, shows us here is that just like by Matan Torah, the only way the Torah could be given is if the Sitra Achra agreed. So too by every Yid, it's not enough that his Neshama wants to receive the Torah, but in order to really receive the Torah, which means absorb the Torah and understand Torah and get really what the Torah is, even your Gashmi, the Yisro that's within every single person, also has to admit to Hashem. And that's the reason why Parsha of Matan Torah is called Yisro, to tell you that Yisro, that if you become like Yisro, that the klipa that you have turns into Kedusha, and you work on yourself, then you are a Keilah to receive the Torah, to absorb the Torah the way it's really supposed to do.